Well, happy week of Thanksgiving. Welcome to those who are able to join us today. I know it's a busy week if your week's going anything like ours. Got a lot of things going on with family. The holiday season is in full swing at our house, which means there's a lot of decorating and other things going on. Wanted to take time during this holiday season to kind of change things up a little bit with some presentations and things that we're going to talk about today. So, going to dive right in. Lots to go through. Want to keep it short and sweet. But this is one that I think is an important topic that doesn't get talked about by financial advisors probably often enough. And that candidly is why vision might mean more than anything else in your investment lineup or financial plan. It's really the foundation to financial success from what I've found in working with clients. There's so often that not having a clear vision just throws everything off. So I want to kind of go through real quick disclosures, make sure that we're keeping compliance happy with that. Vision. It's the art of seeing what's invisible to others. I have clients that have a lot of similarities in the stuff that they do in terms of their business or their finances and the things that they're executing on. And they're doing them for completely different reasons in terms of what their long-term goal or outcome is. And I think that ties into they have different visions. Even though there's different ways to execute, or might be the same way to execute on a vision, having a vision is important. Now, when we're talking about vision, though, there's something that actually drives what your vision for life or vision for your financial future, vision for your family, or whatever's important to you is. And that's your values, right? Each of us have different values at our core, things that are important to us, things that we strive towards, and things that we value avoiding in our life, right? And having the wrong vision that doesn't align with your values can kind of be frustrating to us, right? They kind of throws us off. We can be working towards something that we think is clear in our vision, but they don't align with our values. So even when we think we're getting close, it just kind of backfires in our face. So what values are driving you? There's an exercise that I would encourage everyone to go through when it comes to trying to decide like what your actual values are. And there's different formats and ways to kind of come down to that, but it kind of involves kind of a brainstorming session, right? What things do I really enjoy? What things do I find at the core? And just kind of talking to different people. There's a way to get to the bottom of this. So this is a list of examples of values that people may have, right? Things that are important to them. And you can create actually another list of away from values, of values of things that you avoid in your life. Like, I don't like being in public speaking, right? But people are important to me. And so, it might be one of those things where your values are in conflict, or you value safety and security, but you also value your friends. And if your friends are going skydiving, those values of things that you're trying to avoid, right? Avoiding situations where you're not safe and secure, but also trying to put yourself in situations where, friendship, family, sometimes those values are in conflict, and understanding what your values are, both the values you drive towards and values you try and push away from, can be big determining factors on whether or not you're finding peace in your life. So how do you find out what your values are? Candidly, without going through a long process, kind of just, you got to know yourself. You can bracket those values, right? Here's the things that are important to me, right? So for me personally, family, very, very important to me. Freedom, my faith, those are core drivers of what values I have, things that I drive and push towards in my life. And I kind of determine that just by evaluating, like, why did I make that decision? But you can kind of just bracket them out, list the things that are important to you, and just say, okay, if I was to choose between these two, which one wins? You can do the same thing for your away from values. Um, Now, why are we talking about values from a perspective of finances? Number one, because if you're not making decisions that are in alignment with your values, if you don't have a vision that's in alignment with your values, you're going to have some kind of misery and conflict in your life. And if you're always dealing with that conflict, you're not going to have the energy that you need to put towards goals. So I've seen this with a lot of different clients where, hey, I've got this vision financially of where I want to be. And uh, it there's some conflict in the values that are driving that vision, right? The vision is, hey, I want to retire in this amount of time. Why? What's important to you there, right? And it could be that family is important to you there, that travel is important to you there, but can you balance out the things that are important to you in the future with what actions you're taking now? And so understanding how your values drive your vision, setting goals that are in alignment with that, and then taking action that's in alignment with all that. Is really key to finding energy and action that you can align. So we're going to kind of build on that in a couple of future presentations. I know next month we're going to talk a little bit about what we're doing and setting goals, and then action plans and how you set up some action plans and some things in your life that keep you on course with what your values and vision and goals are, and making sure that you're making consistent progress, because those all tie into what we work with our clients on in terms of, hey, I want to get to this end result. What's driving that end result decision? Why did I pick that? What does that mean to me? And trying to find ways that you can find success, both in your financial life, obviously, but that ties so often into every other aspect in your life. So with that, thanks for watching. Short, sweet. There's a lot of conversation that we could dive into with this topic. Candidly, I've had some great discussions with clients lately that are trying to make big life decisions on changes of job or moving, relocating, hiring or firing people. And a lot of those decisions are very difficult to make if you're not really clear on what your vision is and what's driving that vision and what your values are that are core to that vision and who you are as a person. So hope you're doing well. Enjoy the holidays. If you're not watching this during the holidays, might seem a little bit off, but thanks again for joining us and for being clients and friends and family, and looking forward to continuing our journey together. Thanks.